Okay. Okay, is that it? I think we're live. Okay, I need some feedback. I'm trying to operate this control panel space station. All right, who's here? Who's here? Found you, Mariana. Okay, good. All right, we got people. Okay, I'm just trying to figure it out on the way down. Just jump and go. All right. Okay, we got people trickling in. Nice. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Okay. So we're just going to chat here for a little bit, couple minutes, let people trickle in. Stephanie, Jay, Tammy, Maureen, you know what? Here's an opportunity to thank you for your gift. So the tapestry, Mr. Buddha here, that was a gift from, very kind, generous gift from Maureen. Okay. So what we're going to be doing here in a few minutes is, well, I'd like to check in. Lori's checked in. Liz, yay. Oh, it's like our giant circle gathering. Although I'm the only one in the room, and so are you. So let's make this virtual. This is new for me to trying out this way. I'm just trying to imagine right now we're back in one of the gathering rooms, and everybody's here in the circle. Yeah, so how's, in one or two words so far, how's everybody been? How's everybody been handling? There's probably the initial phase, and initial shock would have been, hey, Pollux, the shock and the fear of what's been happening. And then things have been settled in for a few weeks now, months, I guess. So how are people feeling? How's your emotional state been? Anywhere between ultimate bliss to contracted fear. Let me hear some responses in the message so I can get a reading where we're starting from, sort of our baseline, and how we can direct this as we go into it. Pretty good, nice, lonely, yeah. And isolated, yeah. Okay, well, hopefully this will help to plug in some of those isolating feelings. Excited, me too. Opportunities for growth, yeah. Yeah, and everybody's got different situations, circumstances, different families. Some people have, different work, job-related, income-related circumstances that might be more challenging for some than others. So, of course, we're all in these varying levels. I think for myself, I've been already, well, we are constructing our reality, our experience of reality all the time. We can't not be by how we're thinking and then what we're feeling, and that's what we're putting out into the field. And of course, that's what's kind of, we're pre-paving the way for us. And I've been doing that for quite a while, I guess. The last, 2 years, I think it accelerated for me, where things started falling away from my life, simplifying unnecessary things that are no longer useful in my life in terms of everything, in terms of living, in terms of work, yeah, in terms of living arrangements, in terms of how I have been spending my time, in terms of my relationship, in terms of where I live. Like everything has been falling away, crumbling away. And my journey has been not to hang on to or kind of clutch to how things have always been and all the things I have and had, but continuously with my accelerated, my mind training practices, my meditations, uh, and then it's just continually coming back to that, and it's back to the center, back to the present, and you can't lose anything when you're always perfectly accepting of everything exactly as it is, just right here, just right now. Oh, I lost that thing over there. I'm still just right here, still just fine. And this is really it's been a journey to how to discover happiness, but without relying or being dependent on anything external. And here I am. Here we are. Amanda, hey, all the way from north. Yeah, Maureen, amazed how well you're handling all this. Good. I know some of you, probably many, I think all of you here. I know just about every single person, mainly a lot of bioenergy related people, family, community. And so, we can either start to become aware and start to expand our awareness in advance voluntarily. And so that we learn how to be centered and how to take care of ourselves, Yukon. And so that we're ready when those crises or challenging times do come. And so I think this has been the lead up. All of our training, right? I feel like my whole life has been leading up to these times right now. And it's like all of the preparation, all of the learning and reading and education, it's like boots are on the ground, operations a go. And how well are we handling it? So I can see how a lot of the responses are, of course, we've been preparing for this. So instead of being a state of reactivity, being completely caught off guard, how do we manage our emotions and our state now that all the news has been breaking? So here we are. And so all of us are here because we have taken the initiative, and we know we have much more ability to control everything, starting internally, our state and our experience during these times. So you've taken the initiative, you've made the decision. First step is the decision. And as we go into the meditation in a bit, some of us have been prepared by me in some of the circles, just locally here. And now we branch out. For me, again, this is just like, oh. And so as we go into this, the concept of setting an intention, a clear decision and an intention of what we're actually trying to get out of this. So right now we're here ready for this. What is this? You're going to get out of it what you're looking for. So we got to get that very clear. So you can take a moment just to yourself right now. You can maybe even close your eyes. And what do you actually get clear? What are you looking for? What are you needing? What do you hope to get out of this? And make a distinction and get clear about that. Because as you make these goals or decisions, these choices right now, what is happening is it's setting off a whole sequence of processes, invisible, that are now going to bring to your awareness what you have been seeking, what you're looking for. And so your experience from this will be tailored to you based on the clarity of your intention right now. So uncertainty of the future and learning to trust it will be fine. Yeah, trying to get out of our old shell to grow. Exactly. Trust, right? It's said in the Course, trust will solve all problems now. So we're doing this on Facebook Live at this method. I'm getting messages here, and people are trying to join in. There's no link, so you say through Zoom where you have one button. Somebody's trying to get in, they can't find it. So you tried refreshing. Sorry, Don. Okay. I can't take your call right now. Trust. So in the moment, like, I mean, forget about the future, because that's right there immediately as soon as we start to try to guess or project or think or start to go up in our head. And what's the future? Already we're in trouble. We have to stay right, relaxed, aligned. And from these very present states, we can see what then arises. And then we get much clearer guidance, much clearer decision-making ability. Ideas and clarity will come to us because we have all wisdom, everything within us. Everything is deep within us, right? If it wasn't for the busy, distracted, constant thinking thoughts and all of the, really, it's just static and distortion on the surface of our minds. Well, of course, at that level, we're uncertain. And so in my experience, what's really been helping is just back to center. Stop, everybody. Stop everything. Not everybody. Stop me. And again, eyes closed. You can do countless methods, techniques. Everybody's got their own, from just yoga and various kinds of breath works, breathing patterns. What we're going to be doing here is tailored to the science-based approach used by HeartMath. And I think just about everybody here is already familiar. The HeartMath-Institute has been doing this research on our heart's intelligence and then creating this heart-brain coherence and all the science behind that, and then all of the ramifications of that. They've been doing this work since the 90s, early 90s. So heartmath.com or heartmath.org, you can check out the original source there. Again, if you're one of the tools that they're using to help us is a heart rate monitor. So you could just have a clip that clips to your ear, and what it does, it takes the rhythm of your heart. So based on the tempo, but it creates they have an algorithm that shows you the heart rate variability. So how your heart activity appears, and you can see it on the screen. It's live biofeedback. And so you can see when I breathe this way, or if I feel these certain emotions, you can see exactly what your heart activity is starting to do. And so then use that as a training tool to help you. Okay, so this is how I can modify my approach to get more coherent, which is a harmonious state. What we're after here is a harmonious, balanced. It's synchronicity, really, of all of the different systems of the body. Synchronization of all the systems, from our respiratory system, our immune system. A lot of talk about immune system these days. Our digestive system, our respiratory system, our on and on, all of them. And so getting into this coherent state is one of the most beautiful, powerful ways, right, we found, and to measure that by using the heart rate variability monitor. And so that shows us how synchronized, how highly efficient everything is working, right? Like a smooth, well-oiled engine, and everything's firing at the right optimal levels. And so with all of that, again, because there's so much fear and talk about immune systems, how do we protect ourselves? Well, Dr. Joe Dispenza, many of you are familiar, highly recommend him, is doing a lot of this on the ground, really boots on the ground, scientific, everything's measurable approach to so measuring immune system indicators, right? We have antibodies, IgA, immunoglobulin A within the system goes up 50%. Like, that's a lot, considering some of the conventional ways that we get that level to increase. It takes much longer. It takes different interventions. Well, right now, what we're going to be doing, we get it, first of all, for free. We get it right now. It comes from the internal hormonal factory that we are made of. And so this specific one, the IgA, what it is the body's first defense against bacteria and viruses. And the rate that we are able to increase this in our body using these breathing and these approaches is 50% better, 50% better than any flu shot. So there's a lot of talks about vaccinations. So comparing the two, here's some information you might find useful. HeartMath is offering a free course for the next month or so. Okay, so what we're getting into is a mechanical approach of how we're going to be moving the breath, and we're going to be moving energy really through the body, and that starts to activate things. So using the breath is like the physical pump. It's like the physical generating mechanism to start to move our chi, our energy. Now, as we get into it, we're going to be tapping into, very importantly, thanks, Cheryl, is heart-based emotions now. So heart qualities of the heart. And so these are the elevated emotions which start to have all the various beneficial effects on our system, our body, and then on the higher processes. So on our thinking, all of our cognitive functioning, and then opening up, allowing us access to clear thinking. The higher perceptual centers of our brain are opened up, and opening up access further to our innate intuition, our innate wisdom that we all have within us. We know everything, but we're never taught or trained how to start accessing this. Yeah, we've got some course group people on here. Heart-based qualities, heart-based emotions, these elevated emotions. Now I can name off one or two, but so I want you guys to get the ball rolling. I want you to right now take a second, type up let's get the ball rolling. What are some heart quality emotions or feelings or states? Aside from, love. There we go. Let's kick it off, love. So let's see if we can populate the feed here and start to get our thinking processes going, because the more now we start to focus our attention on any thought, now this one thought, the more seconds that are passing by, we're going to start to attract more related thoughts. And it's going to start to build a momentum. Forgiveness. Gratitude. Yeah, I think gratitude is just like a key, like a king, a major one. Lack of fear. And so the flip side of that would be, Mariana, lack of fear. So instead of using the negative, what will be the opposite? Compassion, bliss, empathy, joy, love, delight. Ooh, I like that one. Yeah, so here's just one takeaway. If you just remember this one takeaway right now, is whatever, any one of these kind of emotions, just by focusing on that, just for a second, more than just a moment, but just, let it sink in, and feeling any one of these, and already our heart coherence improves, the heart brain harmony improves, our immune system and the IgA improves, goes up, right? So there's scientific ways to talk about all of this and the research that has been done. And yet what we're really talking about is ancient, modern, basic, good old-fashioned, just be kind to others and yourself. Be considerate, be loving, be forgiving, just be kind. And just out of that, everything, your health goes up, your longevity goes up, ties into it. Not getting sucked into too much of chasing the not heart quality emotions, so the worries and the fears and concerns. And so what we're doing here is now building up. We have awakening here. We have peace, compassion, and love. We have yes, the word yes. Oh my God, yes, man, with Jim Carrey. I forgot about that. that changed my life back in whatever 12 years ago. I started just going yes to everything energetically. I was at work saying yes, and that started literally opportunities just came out of nowhere. Generosity, yeah. So what we're doing right now is we're practicing and to establish a new firing route through our whole system, through the firing pathways, is we're trying to develop and practice and rehearse a whole new pathway of firing. So we're trying to build resiliency. We're trying to fill ourselves up, fill our tank up right now. And so that when the challenges do come, great, we have something to fall back onto. We have a good, happy place. We have the firing of the neurons already pre-wired, because what we're doing is rewiring the habitual ways that we think, which lead to how we feel. And if we're constantly every day, in the same general loops, then when things get rough, what's the new loop? What's the security blanket to go to? Well, there's nothing established yet. So we got to do that when things are actually good, calm, before the big game begins, before anything happens. So that's why it takes in advance to do this voluntarily. Yeah, we learn through desperation when things are either, oh God, the shit is now hitting the fan, or we learn it through inspiration in advance. I've always liked inspiration. I started all of this younger. Radical acceptance and beauty. Beauty, yeah. Yes to connection. Okay. So we're going to get going here. Oh, you know what? There's just so many aspects I can tie into, and we're not going to do that right now. I could just talk forever. But the immune system is a key point, since that's a hot topic right now, and what we're doing right now, the most productive, beneficial thing, right, for our health is we're doing it on our own, and we don't need to go into a clinic anywhere to do it. So a good 10 minutes of this every day starts to build those pathways and starts to increase. You got to do this every day. It's not just one time. It's not just one time. Be nice and loving for a moment, and then expect everything to change. So to create a habit, to create a practice out of this, generally earlier in the day, if you do 5 or 10 minutes, 15 minutes even, hey, if you have time and interest throughout the day, definitely before bed, right? We've had people who, for the first time after doing this on an evening, we did this on a Thursday night, and then that night they wrote me the next day and just they couldn't believe that how well they slept. They didn't expect that benefit. So this is an excellent way to smoothen your way to a great restful, rejuvenating sleep. Okay, so let's get comfy. Just sitting up straight. The odd time somebody always likes to lie down. That's fine too. Free speech. All right, so closing our eyes. And just before we get into the formal step-by-step of the HeartMath approach, just doing a quick body scan. So what on earth is your body doing? Where is it at? How often do we even notice or pay attention to? All right, so just noticing the top of your head. Now we're just going to do this lightly and quickly. Bring your awareness. How often do you think of the top of your head? And then noticing if there's any tension, any tightness. And then so going down your forehead, just noticing. And as soon as you notice, guess what? You're free to relax it. Just let it go, because we want to clear all the blockages out of the way so we can get to the real work. So your forehead, your eyelids, your cheeks, your jaw, noticing, and then letting go. Your whole head going down into your neck, your throat, your shoulders, awareness to there. Safe to let it go now. We're entering to the safety zone. There's no threats here where we're going. Down your arms, your hands, going down your chest, the front of your body, your belly area, checking out your whole back, what's going on there, and just letting go. Down through your hips, your legs, your knees, your feet. And even just that alone, a simple body scan, already can you notice a shift. Okay, so now placing a hand, this is optional, but what we're doing now is we're bringing attention and awareness to the center of our chest. So you can place a hand or a finger. You can have both of your hands here if you want. You really don't have to have any hands. If you've been practiced, right, it's pretty easy to just even think of that spot and already, ooh, you feel it. So as soon as we focus our awareness on any part of our body, guess what? That's where now all of our attention and energy is going to go to. We feel the tactile sensation right here. And so now our heart is saying, oh, hello. you remember me. You forgot about me. All right. And so the main mechanical, physical engine that's going to drive this the whole time now is the breath. And so you're going to make it your own. You're going to make it very comfortable, but let's do a few together first. And the idea is we're doing just through the nose, nothing crazy, nothing intense. In for 5 seconds through your nose and equally out 5 seconds through the nose. Basically, it's slower than normal, slower breathing than normal. All right, so let's try just a couple together here just to get the ball rolling. So all together, in. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and gently out. 2, 3, 4, 5, in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. Just continue that. Feel into that. You wanted a smooth and symmetrical breath, even in, even out. I always feel like it's a gentle wave, like an ocean wave, rising and falling. And so bringing your thoughts, your mental awareness just back to the breath with the touch, with the feeling of the motion in and out. So in contrast to our monkey minds, right? How many other things we might have already thought about just in these first 30 seconds? So just constantly let go of that back to your breath. As soon as you catch yourself, and you will over and over catch yourself going astray on unrelated random thoughts. Oh, just catch it and then back to the breath. You want to make that breathing pattern second nature right now for this exercise. And then even as you build this muscle memory, it's so easy to do throughout the day. And even if as you're in conversation with somebody, right, you can be listening to them and you could be doing this and nobody ever even has to know. You could be at work at your computer, and this driving breath will help to continuously keep you in that coherent, open-minded, relaxed state. Okay, so keeping that pattern going. So now imagine your breath is coming in from in front, from all around, in through the center of your chest. Imagine air is flowing into the middle of your chest through that heart center. And then equally on the exhales, imagine the air. You can imagine it like light, just exiting out through the center of your chest. So using visualization. You can imagine your heart, your invisible or even physical heart, but just the center is like a lung. Your heart is like a lung. It's bringing air in and then expiring out. Those exhalations on the out, that is just the the good stuff. So now imagine you're radiating out, radiating on those exhales. The actual magnetics from your heart that pulses out several feet out around your body, that real electromagnetic pulse that your heart is generating and putting out, you can imagine it like a real radiation on those exhales. And just keep your whole body just relaxed. Careful you don't start to clench up anywhere else in your body. And so by now, some of you might already be feeling and noticing, right, the expansion. There's a lightening up effect. So at minimum, the objective here, what we're doing is relaxing. We're de-stressing. So if you're feeling a little bit calmer, that's the goal. Got it. Good. Okay. And we can build from there. We can definitely get a lot deeper. But at least from the calm state, everything can start to improve. We can start to think better and so on. Okay, so now building onto this, on those, well, just introducing now the emotion. So the emotion, those heart-based qualities we started to list, the gratitude, compassion, joy, freedom, lightness. So bring to mind the feelings, those feelings. It's all you right now. Use whatever you can think of. We're going to just do this way for a bit. And in the moment, we'll come back and focus on some together at the same time. But just for right now, what comes to mind? What is your go-to for kind of heart-centered emotions? And so we're feeling into them. Not just thinking, but try to generate that feeling. I don't know about anybody, but I am feeling the whole energetic expansion. So we're plugged in. We're energetically 100% connected, right? There's an invisible, unified quantum field, which is pure energy and pure consciousness. It is everywhere. It is all around us. And we right now, here's the power of why I'm actually inspired to do this. We're generating it together. We're feeling into that same field together. So we're not doing this alone. Okay, so how's your breath going? Slow 5 in, 5 out, or 4 in, 4 out, or 6 in, 6 out, but comfortable for you. And that exhalation, I'll just say this, the exhalation is the key. So you're not short circuiting or shortcutting the exhales, right? Those are the key. Extending, expanding those exhales. because it sets off like an actual biologically, it sets off there's a reason why it's the exhale, which we will not be getting into right now. But okay, so let's focus on an emotion together. And so, who do you love or appreciate or look up to? Or who do you think of in a positive light? It could be somebody directly in your life right now. It could be somebody from your past. It could be another figure that's not even here. It could be somebody like a Buddha or a Jesus. Or so we're trying to generate a feeling of love, kindness, connection, closeness. And so whoever you're, right, you can picture their mind, or not their mind. In your mind, you can picture their face, their appearance. And now we're getting into the feeling again. We're not thinking just about them. We want to cultivate that feeling right now, the emotion. And so for the next just minute or two here, who do you appreciate? Who do you love? We're breathing and feeling it. It can get joyful too. Okay. We could probably go longer for all of these. Let's turn it around now. Let's do the next one. Who loves you? Who appreciates you? Who's done things for you? And so now we're receiving. Breathing through the heart. Who loves you? Are you able to allow it, to let it in, to accept it? Keep the breath moving. This is continuously mind training, because when your attention starts to wander, back you go. Come on, reel it back in. Okay, let's carry on. This is building the momentum. I mean, wow. So let's go to nature now. That's an incredible, beautiful, easy place for, right, to connect, feel relaxed and open and free. So imagine yourself now. Where's your favorite spot in nature? Outdoors, even just sitting on your balcony, looking out with this warm sun on your skin. You can wherever it is for you. If you go down to the rivers, or you can imagine yourself on a hammock. Oh yeah, palm tree, waves. You can hear the birds. How do you feel when you're totally connected to nature? And keep that flow in and out of the heart. Mm. Don't even have to leave your room to be in nature, to gain that same benefit of the feeling and then the health results that come from it. Okay, let's leave. You can stay in nature, I suppose, in your mind. And from that hammock, let's try one more together. So now animals and pets, it's such a good go-to, right? To feeling all connected. Who doesn't feel all mushy when you start to connect with your dog, pet, somebody else's pet? Whether it doesn't have to be a real one, just thinking about all of the funny or cute cow videos or bonding with lions. You see them all over Facebook. Or it's using the pets right now to establish that heart coherence. And as we're doing this, animals also do go into heart coherence. And that was measured. And as the human, in this one example, when the boy went into heart coherence, when he saw the dog and the dog saw him, that they had a good relationship, they both simultaneously went into heart coherence. So they've created this unified, right, field. So animals are just awesome. Check your exhalations. Make sure you're extending the exhales. Okay. Hopefully by now you're definitely noticing some type of a shift. Just do a quick check of your body, scan your body. Different than before you logged on? So let's keep going with the momentum now. We're going to expand it even more. Inhales going into the center of the chest and now radiating out. And now that radiation to each other here. There's no separation. There's no distance once we really get down into the quantum physical understandings of it. Distance is not separating us. So right now, let's radiate those heart appreciations, loves, kindnesses, joys, that emotion and feeling to each other, because we are doing this together. I'm not doing this by myself. It's only happening. We're only getting to experience this because you all decided to come on and join with the rest of us. So let's radiate all of this to each other. You can imagine it how you want. You can imagine sending light to everybody. With gratitude. We mentioned that at the beginning. Somebody said it. Gratitude is the home base, home key. So extending that gratitude and appreciation to the group. As we're doing this, we're putting out, it's a giving, and dual tracks simultaneously receive, right? Because right now, you, even if you feel isolated and alone, living in your own place, are the recipient of all of this beautiful energy from strangers, some of them, right? So grateful for what we are receiving from each other. We're both giving and receiving now, just swimming in this blissful quantum soup. So grateful. If we have not been practicing our gratitude muscle enough, this is it. We're building, strengthening that gratitude muscle. One of the most important muscles that I think many of us lack or are weak in. Radiating gratitude, appreciating to everybody here. And of course, ultimately at the very end of all of this, we realize these other people are really just another aspect of our much grander self. So we're using these energetics to start to dissolve this illusion of separation. And now for the grand home stretch, well, the grand finale, I guess, here. Let's expand that radiation even further beyond the people here. So the world, just blanketing the world now. Everybody everywhere is the recipient of our love and our light-hearted joy. It's a happiness we're expanding. We're sharing and giving the gift of happiness and freedom and peace. So you can visualize it how you want. You can visualize the light just pouring from your heart, blanketing, swarming, surrounding, swirling the whole planet, all beings. Just seeing everybody free and happy and healthy. Health is our natural state. Seeing everybody coming out of their dormant cocoon phase that was very important at this resetting stage. The light is out now. Everybody's coming into the sunshine. There's really nothing to do left but celebrate. Keep your breath moving, extended. Now let's continue this momentum, but now projecting it into our next moments, into the rest of our day. Let's build our day right now with your intention, with this feeling. The feeling will be the dominant driving force. The specifics are secondary. So how do you want to feel after we finish up here and you stand up and you carry on wherever you carry on? And then tomorrow and the next week, here's your chance to set your clear intention and how you want to feel. So you can do that on your own. Okay, just notice your body. How is it sitting or lying? Bring your awareness now right to your seat. Feet on the floor, your bum. Let's just bring ourselves right back here into the present. You're right in the room wherever you are. Very present now. And when you're ready, move around a bit and come back when you're ready. And if anybody has any body function, the ability to type, how are you now? What's your one word now or two words? How are you feeling now? This is the after. Everybody doing? Are you even back? Is there anybody out there? Now, you can even stay there. That is the guided portion is done. So you're really free. I mean, you can stay there or do whatever you want now. But I'm just going to keep going here for a little while. Just see who's feeling calm. Thank you, Stephanie. Peaceful. Coherence. So, okay, I was going to ask, somebody said peaceful and calm, but I'm wondering how? Like a little bit? Or, okay, so relaxed. Wow, Mariana. Thank you, feeling very relaxed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the group effect. Okay, I do this all the time, every day, on my own. What just happened? Whoa. No, that's different. That felt like some of us that do this in the circle in the same room. It felt like we were physically in the same space, and I was getting the tidal wave of all of everybody's pure energy. It is very real. In a state of pure love. Beautiful connection, friends. Peaceful. Thank you. You're welcome, Mariana. Wonderful. Coming out of my light body, so feeling lighter. Felt very powerful. Oh, nice. Yeah, good. So you're welcome. Oh, wow. Present. Okay. Now, the people who are already doing their own practices, meditations, whatever it is, did this feel different? Were you able to get into it more or deeper or more relaxed than on your own? And with that, is this something we want to do again on this group forum here? Mariana says, I could totally feel the group energy as if we were all in the same room. Wow, right. Mariana Anna and I have done an actual hooked up, and we did the biofeedback together. And so this sounds huge for you, right? And considering you were also saying the loneliness you were feeling, this, I mean, wow for you. Yes, this was deeper for everybody. And yes, okay. Definitely. Yeah. Anytime we do something in a group together with a shared intention, where two or more are gathered, something else bigger feels bigger, comes in. Yeah. My heart wobbled. Oh, the thought of trees made me cry. The thought of animals made me sad. I am so grateful for those who have the courage to see the truth, share the truth, speak the truth. And going forward, I intend to be delighted every day, to be delighted every day. I love it. Yeah, so I can never get this relaxed on your own, Mariana. Marian says, it does literally feel it. I can literally feel it as well. It felt probably nourishing and so transformative. This is the longest I've done this, and I loved it. Ooh, yeah, I would love to continue doing it as a group. Yes, again, please. Okay, yeah. So when we talk about the basic heart math technique, it's a very simple 3-step process. They have a couple of different actual processes, techniques, and it's designed to be done in a minute, practically wherever you are at work. Just a quick break for 5 minutes, and if you're doing it at home, 10 minutes. So what I like to, well, right, for this last time, I've expanded all of that whole thing, and I've just created this kind of extended meditation. So they're not usually on your own when you do it. Yeah, we don't normally do it this long, but doesn't it allow for a lot more, because we're focusing our thoughts on something, and we know when you focus your thoughts on something for long enough, it starts to attract more of the same, similar. And so here, that's what we're feeling after an hour of doing this. Yeah, okay. We talked for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. So the meditation was what, maybe half an hour, something like that. Love this. I'm down for doing it again. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Awesome. So, okay. 1 hour recording right now. My original inspiration was, you're welcome, Mariana, was, yes, I do this on my own all the time. That's fine. And we're all feeding the field anytime we do any of our own things. But it's so much bigger, right? We're probably familiar with some of these global meditations where around the world, maybe 2 weeks ago, there was supposedly 1 million people or more. And then tuned into this meditation. What happened for the next 2 days, was it? The Earth's energy field, so the Schumann resonance, it started instantly elevating, spiking, because we know the Earth is directly receiving. We're both giving and receiving the energy between us and the Earth, the Schumann frequency, the resonance. The two are constantly interacting, just as all of our fields are interacting with each other. So everything's constantly, we are transmitting and receiving. We are broadcasters and receivers. And so when enough of us do this, the world receives it and picks it up, and that feeds into the whole planetary energy. So the world gets to benefit. People all, wherever. In Uganda, some child is suddenly getting inspired and energized, seemingly for out of the blue, and then they don't know why. So this is the group effect we're having. we all benefit, yeah, from all the work and meditation we all do. We are powerful. We so are, more than we realize. So, okay. So on that note, thank you for everybody. Wow. This was a first and it felt awesome. I think it was a success. Uh, I got to just fine tune some technical things with this Facebook Live thing. My the preset one, I don't know where it went. I had to restart a brand new live feed and add in the text and add in the description. I'm not sure if I had time to even do that at 3:33. It was all anyway. Okay, so thank you everybody, and love to all. Yeah, just be in touch with me through the group here. If you want to get on the email list, so you're definitely updated, not necessarily just through Facebook, and I can include you in that. And the next time we do this, so it'll probably be a week. Before we go, did this time work? Sunday out of 333, was that good? Now I'm asking you guys who are here. Unfortunately, the people who are not able to make it don't have the chance to give me that feedback. So I'll collect more data, see for some of the other people who are not able to make it when is a different time. We might change. I don't know if it will do it the exact same time every week, but we might just do it more random, more just yeah. I've been flowing all this, just in the flow. Yes, perfect. Okay. All right. Take care, everybody. Love and hugs. Virtual energetic hugs, which are just as real as in person. So group hug and catch you again. Stay in touch. Yes. I might even try investigating. Right now, I can see your comments. Everybody can see me. Nobody can see each other, and I can't see any of you. I know with Zoom, right, we have the option, and we can have where everybody has their own webcam, and we can see each other, which would feel even more connected, like way more connected, just to help with the visual aspect. Okay, enough. We're done. Thank you. Ciao. Signing off.